Western flower thrips develops resistance to chemicals very quickly. It is already resistant to a number of commonly used chemicals. For this reason, it is important to choose chemicals for WFT control very carefully. When using insecticides, you must ensure that you get good coverage of your crops. Spray equipment should be checked and calibrated regularly to make sure it is working properly. Control with insecticides is complicated by limited access to WFT at different life stages. Eggs laid into leaves are unable to be contacted by chemicals. However, when the larvae hatch, they live and feed on the plant's surface, which makes them much easier to kill with chemicals. At the pupal stage, they're hidden again in the leaf litter layer, and the pupae have a thickened covering. Chemical sprays are generally ineffective at this stage of their development. Once they grow into adults, thrips again feed on the plant's surface, making them easier to target. Because they prefer secluded spots, good spray coverage is needed to reach them. For best results, you should target WFT at both the larval and adult stages of the life cycle. Sprays should be applied at intervals. The length of time between sprays depends on temperature. A series of 3 consecutive sprays should be applied at the appropriate intervals. After the 3 sprays, you should again check for thrips levels. Remember that with some sprays, it can take a few days for their full effect to be seen. If you decide a further series of sprays is needed, use a chemical from a different chemical group to avoid resistance developing. After the second series of sprays, you shouldn't need additional control for at least 2 to 3 weeks. If monitoring shows the need to spray earlier, then it could mean the thrips have become resistant to the insecticide you're using, your spray application is not appropriate, or your non-chemical controls are not adequate. You will need to change to a new chemical or look for other control methods. Managing thrips and viruses takes time and planning, but is achievable. Getting some professional advice at this stage could save you a lot of time and a lot of money.